The Roanoke colony. What happened to the lost colony? In the late 16th century, a group of English settlers, led by Sir Walter Raleigh, arrived on the shores of present-day North Carolina to establish a colony. This ambitious venture eventually became the colony of Roanoke, named after the native tribe that lived in the area. The history of the colony is shrouded in mystery and speculation. What happened to the Roanoke settlers? Why did they disappear, seemingly without a trace? The story of the lost colony has remained one of America's most enduring unsolved mysteries. Background: the Roanoke colony was established in 1585 when the first group of settlers arrived on the coast of present-day North Carolina. This initial attempt failed, and the settlers returned to England in 1586. However, Raleigh was undeterred and sent another group of settlers the following year. The second group of settlers, numbering 117 people, arrived in Roanoke in 1587, led by Governor John White. Among them were White's daughter, son-in-law, and infant granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. The settlers initially found life in Roanoke challenging. The land was inhospitable, the climate was harsh, and food and supplies were limited. Tensions with the native tribes were also high. However, the settlers persevered, and things began to improve. However, in 1588, White returned to England to obtain supplies, leaving his family and the settlers behind. When he finally returned to Roanoke in 1590, he found the colony abandoned, with no signs of a struggle or conflict. The disappearance. White and the other prominent Roanoke colonists, including Virginia Dare, had left the colony to secure supplies from England. He had intended on returning within a few months, but the outbreak of war between England and Spain delayed his return to the colony for 3 long years. Upon his return, White discovered that the colony had been abandoned without a trace, and there was no indication of what happened to the settlers, nor their fates. The only clue he found was the word Croatoan carved into a tree, and the letters CRO inscribed on a post. Both were signs that White had agreed with the colonists that, if they were forced to leave their settlement or move elsewhere, they should leave signs of their new location. Theories and speculation. The lack of evidence has led to many speculations and theories about what happened to the Roanoke colonists. One theory is that the colonists were killed or taken captive by the native tribes. However, there is no evidence to suggest that they were killed, and the Croatoans, who were friendly towards the English, had not harmed them before. Another theory is that the colonists moved to another location, possibly nearby Croatoan Island. However, there is no evidence to suggest this. Historians have also speculated that the settlers could have been killed by the Spanish who had recently established a base in St. Augustine, Florida. This theory has been largely dismissed since there was little to no evidence to support the theory. Another theory suggests that the colonists integrated with nearby tribes and abandoned their European ways. It has said that the settlers may have even intermarried with the local tribes. In the 1930s, a North Carolina historian claimed that a tribe of local Indians called the Hatteras Indians were descended from the lost Roanoke colony, but that theory has yet to be proven conclusively. The lost colony are believed to be the first English settlers to attempt to make a permanent settlement in the New World. The disappearance of the Roanoke settlers is still an enigma, and while there are interesting theories, no one can confirm what actually happened to them. The legacy of the Roanoke colony. The Roanoke colony remains a fascinating and mysterious example of America's colonial history. It was also the birthplace of Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. The Roanoke colony has left an indelible impression on America's historical landscape. The story of the lost colony has inspired countless books, TV shows, movies, and documentaries. It has captured public imagination for centuries, making the Roanoke colony one of the most prominent and enduring unsolved mysteries in American history. Conclusion. The Roanoke colony remains an unsolved mystery to this day. However, the legacy of the Roanoke colony lives on, leaving an indelible impression on the history of the United States. The story of the lost colony continues to captivate and inspire countless historians, archaeologists, and storytellers to this day. Roanoke is a reminder that, even today, there are many mysteries that have yet to be solved, making the human story an intriguing and captivating adventure.